Alright guys, welcome back to Beautiful Mind. This is XRP. Let's just dive right in. We're looking at the weekly chart, and I just wanted to open up with that, and let's just go ahead and take a look at some levels that we were talking about. You know, XRP made it up, 343 right here, made a top, and we were watching this really closely. So from there, what's happened? Well, the opposite has to happen, right? We have to find these channels, right? We have to find the extremes where we think these things can go. So what is that? Well, from that, 270 would be a conjunction in price. Did we see a 270? Of course we did. Right here. Furthermore, how low did we get looking at this? Well, looking at this now, we made it down to 177. Well, where's 177? Right? We talked about all this stuff, guys. Right? Here's your 177. You might as well say it's your $1.90 and $1.80 level right here, right? Right underneath our 319. Also note, right? Here's our $1.80. It's directly 180 degrees from 340. That's a very wide swing right now. That's a very wide swing. We've made it down to the third square in price from 343. Okay, so what can we see moving forward? Well, naturally, you know, if we just put a few of our lines on here, we have one that's moving up here, and you know, we're talking about these levels, right? The 72 level in here, and there's 80. Like, we need to stay above this stuff. And don't forget now, our old top, our old friend here at 90, right? So, this angle here is the same as this angle. Are we saying that we're going to revisit this angle? Well, the energy is stating that, you know, by the mid part of this year, we could certainly come back and sit down in here. We don't have to stay up and be near all this area. You know, you can go right against my forecast. No problem. It's under a tremendous amount of shorting right now by the big three, right? Black Pebble, Van Car, right? And Stupid Street, you know, those three, right? They tried to destroy GameStop. Well, the same things are going on right now with XRP, the Trump coin. All these things are under a terrific shorting campaign. Now, we were talking about when we would see our next preliminary moves. So let's just go revisit that. Let's just remove all these busyness here, and let's just go take a look. Remember, our metric was 40 weeks. Let's just go from this one. All right? We're going out 40 weeks, remember? I wonder what's going to happen at 40 weeks. All right? The top. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So this bottom has called this top here in our metric. That's very interesting, guys. You know, and it's back in this 40s level, right? So here's our 40, right? There's 40, right? So 43, right? And 40, right? That's our metric, right? 343, 334, right? Right here. I mean, come on, guys. Okay, so our next, so we have a little bit of a top here. Let's just measure out and just go have a look now and say, okay, Is it likely that we could have some kind of a pullback or some kind of nastiness? Yeah, well, it certainly is looking like we're about to have some sort of an opposite. So if this is a top, then it looks like we're about to establish some type of a bottoming phase, right? And then our next one is 2 weeks out. But the next big one is this one in question right here. And I think everybody would like to take another revisit at that. So in the future now, at our, what's our metric again? Right? It's a never change, right guys? It's 40. So April 7th here, I'm expecting we could see a retest of this area and then possibly a fall off. You know, it's just in the cards. Okay, and then here's our next top, right? I mean, the energy stops here, really. So let's just take the middle of this, right? Whoops, sorry. Let's just take that out now. 40 weeks, remember? That's our metric. It's so easy, guys. Come on. So April 28th, right? There's your fall down, right? You're gonna have a whole bunch of capitulation. You have some wild swings, right? It's, guys, these, April is our 12th month from the halving events from Bitcoin. We always have crazy stuff happen, and XRP is following in the footsteps of Bitcoin, in my opinion, from its infancy when it began. Oh yeah, you bet. Okay, so let's now go ahead and remember we're just, so again, right, this is our next May 12th. Going to be some extreme crap going on just in the beginning of May, right? May 5th, May 12th, going to be some extreme stuff. Okay, so that's moving forward, looking at that. Also, I'm going to be putting out a tutorial teaching you about this entire thing. I have a forecasting workshop that's going to be coming out, and I'll teach you about the longitude of prices as well, where we use the proportionate parts of the circle, right? What do I mean? These proportionate parts, right? The 8 octaves, right, of time. If you're a musician, you understand this. These are the 8 octaves of numerical sequences. So we can use this and measure time, and of course use the circle, the degrees of the circle, as our scale. Not using the square, but using the outside as a scale, and then using these bodies, wherever they are, as our guides and markers, which we can measure. And I teach you how to do all that. Also, I teach you how to make forecasts, and at my in-person workshop, you will be guided and instructed to make 4 forecasts for 2026. And that will be Bitcoin, S&P 500, XRP, and gold. So you'll be all making a forecast for 2026. You'll be making 4 of them under my guidance. So that's an additional thing that you'll be getting from my in-person workshop. It's going to be loaded with lots of really good material. Anyways, guys, I kind of went on a little bit. Peace and love to you guys. Watch out, we're still in a little bit of a, right? We're in a little bit of a pullback here into this channel. So if this thing gets a whole bunch of grip and moves up, then watch out. Our 10th, 11th, and 12th month tops will be hit for sure. Okay, guys, peace and love to you.